Guys, thank you for tuning in. Welcome back. As promised, we did say that we're going to keep at it, and so far, so good. We're still here. How's your last week's been?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's been all right. Can't lie. Not really done much other than working, really. Just tirelessly working, to be fair.
Yeah, no, same. Well, not work. I'm off, but
We've both been off.
you know what it is.
You've been off, innit?
Yeah, we was meant to go abroad, but it flopped. So
Whose fault was it? Whose fault?
Oh, that was my fault.
Nah,
It's my
yourself,
fault.
bro.
Well, it's my
it's your
fault.
fault, but it was indirectly not your fault. Innit?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's not my fault like that, but yeah, they rejected my Esther, and then.
But yeah, it was trying to go to America, so you need a visa, of course.
Which is strange. I've been going for about 7 years,
Yeah, so,
8 years.
They had enough of him. They said, you ain't coming back.
Wallahi, billah, they had enough. They said, this brother, he's not allowed to come
He's
back
had
no
too
more.
much food out there. They said, yo, you got to leave the food for other people. Big man,
We've run
leave
out.
the food for the other people.
Yeah, we've run out. It's not a buffet.
Yeah, wallah, they really upset me, man. I was so distraught when they did that.
Yeah.
And I got a random email to say, your status has changed. And then my brother got one, but then I think a couple of days later, his got changed back to normal. So I thought it was a system error. And then when I looked into my one again, it still said rejected. And then I reapplied again and then rejected it. So now I got to book an appointment with the embassy.
So that flopped my plans because obviously I was banking to go on that.
To go with him, yeah.
But then when that flopped, I already had the time off, and I
He's
just
like,
thought I was gonna do a last minute holiday somewhere, like
Should have.
solo trip, but I was just chilling here, and I just thought
Still
alright,
can,
lads.
though. You got
No,
still got time.
I'm going Morocco, innit? I'm going
Okay.
Morocco soon, so that's booked. But that's just a week. I want to go see my parents.
Still all right. Still
Inshallah,
get a
but,
bit of sunshine.
You know, I don't even. I know it's mad, but I don't count Morocco as a holiday.
I hear that because it's
Yeah, like
home.
especially where I'm going. I'm going to Arish, which is like with the city I'm from. It's a small town,
Okay.
so it's not like if I was going Marrakesh or somewhere like where
Yeah.
you can kind
No,
of
I hear
there's
it.
things
It's
to do.
not-
Arish, but we've got a
It's
beach
quite-
which is banging, but that's it,
Yeah.
and a roundabout.
But you get to see family and that, innit?
Well, we've got a roundabout. Everyone, if anyone's been to Arish or you're from there, they know what I'm talking about. There's a
What?
roundabout,
One roundabout.
one big roundabout. There's bare coffee shops around it,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's it.
That's
That's the link up spot.
the evening's
Yo,
entertainment.
link me at the roundabout.
Link me at the roundabout, bro. They actually do that.
Well, wallah.
Yeah, legit, wallah.
Yeah, shout me.
Shout me, I'm at the, yeah. Where are you gonna be? The roundabout, bro.
The roundabout.
I swear to you,
That's
it's,
so
it's a
easy,
massive
wallah.
roundabout. I'll take a video.
Take a video.
I'll take
when
a
you
video.
get
I'll
there.
send it in the group.
Send us a video. I need to see this
It's a
roundabout.
big roundabout, bare coffee shops around it because it's in the center, innit?
Yeah.
So it's like you can go to the beach that direction. You can go. It's just the beach. To
That's
be
it.
fair.
The
Allah.
beach and the roundabout.
Yeah, beach roundabout,
And then houses.
That's it, and your drum. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you get to see family and that, so it's,
yeah.
it's
That's
quite-
obviously
it's quite
I get to
nice,
see
innit?
family in that, but boy,
Sometimes
yeah,
I'm weird,
politics. You
though,
know,
I
it's
see
back
that.
home, but there's always politics, bro.
Yeah.
There's always
Yeah.
something going on. So
There's
it's
always
like,
something going on.
yeah,
When you
so
go to
don't
other
even-
countries, do you search up, like, do you go link family? If there's family in that country?
Oh, as in if it's not Morocco, let's say I go
Yeah,
to.
it's random.
No, I've never done
I
that.
try to avoid it. I don't know why it's bad.
I don't
wallah.
think I have family.
Bad.
Wallah, it's bad.
I say it's
Wallah,
bad, but
forgive
I'm
me.
not really
But I
telling
do
myself.
do it. I do it. Well, don't get me wrong. Maybe I'm weird in it. I don't know. But like, I'll do it, and I don't want people to think this guy's a bad man. But like, I'll go. But sometimes you just want to go in and out. Because sometimes
Yeah,
when you,
like,
like,
if you've got
it's
3-4
a bit
days,
overwhelming sometimes. Wallah. But
not
I
gonna
try
lie.
to do it quickly and
Yeah,
then go.
sometimes family ruin your trip because like where you'll go to say hello, they say, "Oh, this person wants to see you. They've invited you to dinner." So they've made now plans.
Yeah.
that
But
you're
bless
thinking,
them
I've
because
got-
they're
No,
thinking,
it's come
I'm
from a
never
good
going to see
place.
this person again
Yeah.
for a while.
100.
Let me do it. But
That's
I hear
why
it.
I've clocked it. I see them at the end.
I do that.
I'll go. I'll do what I want to
Wallah, I
do,
do
enjoy
that.
myself,
Yeah.
and then the last 2 days of
last
my
couple
trip,
of days,
I give to
yeah.
them.
I'll go. Yeah, that's dedicated to
Yeah.
them.
I
I'm
do
with
that
you.
as well.
For these 48 hours, I'm with you. Whatever
Yeah.
you want to do, we can do. Your
So when you do it
plans.
at the start, it throws off your.
Because
throws
they've
off
made
any
plans
plan.
now.
Yeah,
and they say,
yeah.
how long you here?
Closure.
A week, perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
When you hear that,
they
you're in
start,
trouble.
they start planning
They
your whole
pla-
week out.
Yeah.
These times you ain't even had a holiday.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I've clocked it. But I'm quite lucky. I've got literally 99% of my family are still in Morocco,
Okay.
and I've got 2 aunties in Spain, and that is
okay.
it.
And that's it. Okay.
That is
that's
it,
alright
bro.
then.
So it's like,
Me, I always do it towards the end, and I'll give them whatever time they want, and I'll spend as much time as I can with them. But like at the start, I try to like,
Where else do you got family?
well, I had scattered, bro. Sweden, Canada, America,
Somalis, mashallah, get about.
Somalia a lot.
Yeah, Australia.
But like,
The Somali.
I think
those-
well, I don't know. But to be fair, I'm again with family ties. Like, I know
Yeah.
they're about, but I don't really. My
I
mum
don't
would
really
know
get
more
around.
than I would.
Me, what? Sweden, America, Holland.
Yeah, I got some in
Canada.
Holland.
What else?
It's like the main cities
when
that
you
were
went Canada,
Somalis go.
did you
No,
check
but
them?
they
He never went
in
to
Canada.
I
In
was
Canada,
with him. He never went nowhere, bro.
nah,
To be fair, it
in
might be a
Canada,
different city.
it's a different city.
Okay, yeah.
And what was it? Edmonton?
That's far.
That's-
That's far.
Edmonton was what, 8 hours away
Yeah, no,
by
yeah,
flight
it's
as
far.
well.
No,
I don't know
that's-
if it's 8 by flight, but I know it's far.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
nah,
I don't
fair
wanna-
play. You got an
yeah.
excuse.
I don't want to
Yeah, so
Google
it's
it.
too far away.
It gets like that sometimes, though, so I don't blame you.
I guess like that. But yeah, guys, how you lot been?
Why did you jump so quickly? But you thought I was coming at you or something?
I know.
It
I
looked
just-
like it felt
it
like
looked-
that.
it looked like you were
guilty,
about
bro.
to
That was
tell
a
me,
guilty
innit?
hit,
So I
guy.
had to,
Like, you
get me.
just swiftly.
In the 2 years we've been podding, you've never asked how they've been. Why are you asking them today,
I
bro?
don't know. I don't even know what they're saying right now, but I hope it's good things, isn't it?
They're thinking these guys need to stop.
Yeah, I don't blame them
they
as
need
well.
to take a break. They need to go back on a break.
Yeah, take another break.
What, another break, another sabbatical? Nah, never.
And we're 2 episodes in.
What are you saying? Should we get straight into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
So I've got a topic for you boys. How does social media and oh god,
This guy, you're
this
right
guy's
today.
what's wrong now? Go on. Before we start, he clearly wants to do something. Go. What do you want to do?
No, because I know what's coming, and I'm already thinking, shit.
What's coming?
I know the way
Oh,
you
you
said
know.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how does social media and TV shape our perception of love?
It's quite interesting, that one.
Go on, Westside.
Why are you looking at me? He
Answer
asked the
the
question to both of us, bro.
Yeah, but
That's to the floor.
I want you to answer first, bro.
How's it shaped our perception
Yes.
of
How
love?
does social media and TV shape our perception
I
of
think
what
it's.
love is?
I think personally, I think it's kind of gassed it up and made it look like it's some perfect kind of happy ever after sort of thing. To be honest, it's obviously those of you that have been lucky to be in love and that will know it's much more harder. You've got there's a lot more work that goes on in the background. Like it's just not perfect like that straight away.
Yeah.
There's a lot of groundwork you got to do. There's compromise. There's things sometimes you don't really want to do that you do for your partner and whatnot. So it has kind of heightened it. It takes, what it does is social media and I don't know, TV and whatnot. It takes like the perfect bits, the best bits of love.
It's like a highlight reel.
Yeah, it's
of
like
the
a
best
highlight
bits.
reel.
Yeah, it
And
really
even when
is.
people are creating their highlight reels, they'll only show you the best bits.
Oh, yeah,
Them
of
and their
course.
partner are happy and
Yeah.
smiling. They won't show you when they're grumpy or whatever.
No.
They won't show you the real side of it. Do you get what I'm saying? They'll just show you the polished, glossed up kind of aspect of it and put that all into a reel. So then other people will see that and think goals. So
Yeah,
now,
couple goals.
Yeah.
exactly. So now when other people are in a relationship and some people kind of look at social media and they're kind of affected by it, they'll think that's the standard that I want. Not knowing that there's a lot more actually to that
behind the scenes.
behind the scenes of that
Yeah.
couple that have actually put that reel up, or that TV series you've seen, or that movie or whatever. There's a lot more that goes in with it.
They really make it look beautiful.
Well,
though,
like,
don't
they make it look beautiful.
no. But then at the same time, would they
Sometimes
be
you watch
showing
it.
like arguments and this and that? Because that doesn't make for good TV, innit?
Yeah,
Or
but
no.
of course, that's
social
the
media,
business.
we'll put that
That's
to
the
a side
business,
because obviously
innit?
that's what people want others to look into their life and look,
Yeah.
oh, look, their life is so perfect. That's we'll get into that in a minute. But let's just say TV and films, you're not going to show what it really
It doesn't sell, of course.
Yeah, it doesn't sell on it. You know when they say like, just it's not good. It's not a
Of
good
course,
watch.
you're never gonna see. Well, maybe you probably do a little.
No, some movies
probably
you do see where
some
they-
romantic films.
Yeah,
you
there'll be
probably
an
see them a little bit
argument or two
arguing here and there and whatnot, etc.
But do you think
But it's
the
not-
general public have actually bought into it
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
honestly in their hearts and minds believe that that's what love is meant to look like? So now when you find love and it doesn't look like what you've seen on TV, you don't even think it's love or you don't think it's what you want.
I believe.
Do you
I
reckon
think
that's-
so. Because it's been beautified so much. Even sometimes when like you're watching it, sometimes we don't think, oh, that looks it's cute.
looks nice,
Oh, it's
yeah.
nice, or oh,
I
like,
want that.
I want that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Oh, I wish I had that. Or I want
Yeah.
that. But that's not reality. And also, not even so much just TV, social media. I feel like some people always even look to other couples and other couple situations. They'll be like, I want that. But I think people forget that each relationship has its own dynamic, and they're so focused on what other people's dynamics are, they don't really work on the dynamics that they have or the dynamic that would work for them. Like, if you know your partner is a certain type of character, a certain type of person, that person you're watching on TV ain't your partner.
of course.
You're not going to look for that in your partner, because then your entire relationship is based off something that's not real.
It's not real.
You know what's mad? Yeah, growing up, you know, I used to watch My Wife and Kids.
You wanted that relationship.
That's exactly how I wanted. Like, envision. I thought, all right, inshallah, when I get married, have kids. That's the dynamic.
That's the dynamic.
But then when you deep it, even me talking about it, and I'm saying, they gas it. I fell for the trap.
Everyone does.
I fell
think
for the
everyone
trap.
at some point.
I love
My
in
Wife
their
and
life
Kids was
has
the
been
one.
fucked.
My Wife and Kids was one. Did you ever watch Modern Family?
No.
I love Phil Dunphy. If anyone,
No,
for those
I
who
don't
watch
think I
Modern Family, I wish I was Phil. Phil Dunphy is my fucking guy.
Okay.
But if you watch it, you know,
it.
you know.
Yeah,
Have you
okay.
watched Modern Family?
Nah,
That's a banging show. But like those type of shit, you watch it, you be like, I need that.
That's what I need,
Oh, that's
innit?
sick.
A
Oh,
bit of
imagine
fun.
my yard was like that, but
Yeah. But does
your
that
house
even
will never
exist?
get like that. Yeah,
Does that
yeah.
exist?
It probably does exist, but
But that's
it's not
you,
one
you
for
have to
everyone.
find your dynamic.
Yeah, you have to
what
find
works
your
for you is
dynamic.
what works for you, and often too many people are looking at what works for others and trying to really force
trying to
that into
recreate that.
into
Yeah.
their, and that's why a lot of
And that's
people
why,
relationships fail and a lot of relationships break apart, because they're looking for something that isn't really there or isn't really real in their partner, and they're too focused on, oh, they're so cute on TV and they do cute things for each other on TV, and then they do all that on TV or even social media, and then you're looking at that thinking, then you look at your you look at my man, you be like, this guy's dead.
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah.
He ain't doing it.
Yeah.
But this guy may lack up in other aspects where he may upskill you, he may be caring, he may be kind, he may be in
Yeah, but they're
different
comparing
avenues.
him with a character on
But you're
TV.
comparing with a character
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah, that's been
the brother
written.
ain't that.
Yeah. No one's that. No one's that. Let's be real.
So don't sit
so
at home,
true.
look at him thinking, oh, this
Yeah.
guy's dead.
But then why do we all
That's
fall
him.
for the trap?
Yeah, but even men are the same. You watch certain gal on TV and they're cute and they're so
They're cooking for their
and
husband.
whatever
and this and that,
whatever
and you just
dynamic it
think,
may be. You look and then you be looking at your partner thinking, oh, can't you be?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
can't
yeah.
you? It's both ways. 100%.
It don't
It's
work.
both ways. It's both
These
ways.
things don't work. That's not reality. And the problem is people are too focused on
We take it as reality. Innit?
yeah. And because it's
We don't-
so in
we
your
can't
face
separate it.
every day. Like you switch on the TV and you'll see a relationship dynamic on TV and you look at it, you think, oh, okay. But what's happening is your brain's being conditioned. Daily it's being
Yeah,
conditioned to think
100%.
this is what I need. But then you look on social media
That's
and then
what
you look at
social
other
media does.
people
It kind of conditions it
and
even
other
more.
people's relationships, or a man will be flying out his missus or whatnot, or whatever's happening. You're looking at thinking, my guy's dead. My guy ain't doing this for me.
Yeah.
But that's not his lane. You can't.
Do you know what it is? 'Cause when you watch it on
Be
TV,
easy.
Yeah.
as much as we still subscribe to that way of that belief that that's what we want, we still deep down know it's a TV show, innit?
Yeah.
Or a film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you see it on social media, because they're
It's-
real people,
yeah.
and then they're still doing what they like the TV dynamics
And it's
of
constantly something you're checking
no, but you're
every
believing
day.
it, you're subscribing to it even more because you're
Yeah.
like, well, it's not even TV anymore. This is real life. But again, they're just
Yeah.
showing you 1% of
But even if you
their
break
whole
it
life.
down, I feel like a lot of people even don't know what they want in a relationship no more. Everything is like, when you read through, and there's not just, I'm not painting the brush with everyone, but like when you read through the comment section or you see certain posts and you see what people are interested in, everything is based off what they're seeing rather than the real fundamentals that make a relationship work.
Facts.
You don't care for the foundation of the relationship. You're looking at the high end of the relationship.
Yeah.
What's it
Where's
going
the
to fall
concrete?
back down to?
Where's the foundation? Yeah.
If the high end don't work no more, you're gonna land somewhere. You're landing on nothing. But other people, they'll build a foundation, they'll build everything, and then if shit ain't high end or if shit ain't working, you can weather the storm for a bit because you've built a nice foundation where you two can be like, you know what, I got trust in this, or I know it's a low point right now, something will work out.
Yeah.
Then you can go back up. But what now people are looking at is if he ain't paying for this, or if he ain't supporting this, if he doesn't have this, if he don't have that, does this person care for you? Is this person kind to you? Is this person respectful to you? Is this person willing to do certain things for you? What are we looking at? Why are we going to the extreme and forgetting the bare minimum of does this person respect? Does your partner respect you? If the partner does not respect you, nothing. There's no foundation. You're dead. You're both dead in water.
Facts.
You can't. Don't worry about if he's earning X amount of money. He can be earning. You can be with a man that's earning 100K a year, 200K a year, 300K a year. But if that man does not respect you,
And
what's
he
the
treats
point
you like
being
shit,
in that
yeah.
man with a man that can buy you everything,
Yeah,
but
but-
don't respect you?
Yeah.
He don't give two shits about you.
But you don't know when you're kind of upset.
He don't
etc.
care.
You can't read your
He
body.
doesn't
like,
care.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Because you
Yeah.
care, you went for the money or you went for whatever, whatnot. And you're not just
the
to say
lifestyle or
that
whatever.
it's the woman doing this. Men are the same. Some man will look at a woman as the prize model, but then when when she's not caring for you or she's not looking out for
You're
you,
gonna get
if you're
upset.
down about something and they don't care for you, then where are we going? Everything's just, you're just gonna butt heads eventually, or last a few months and then it's see you later.
Yeah.
Or be a mad little breakup. But I
It's,
feel like
it's definitely
people forget a
heightened
lot of things.
I think social media kind of heightens it even more. Like you're absolutely right. TV, when we're watching TV series or a movie or whatnot, you kind of know in the back of your mind it's just a movie in it, so you wouldn't really take.
But we're all
things from
guilty of it. You'd watch it and you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh,
We're
I
all
wish I had
guilty,
that.
of course. But then you kind of that thought kind of stays there, innit? But when you're seeing it on social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and you're seeing it constantly, day in, day out, your brain gets further conditioned, and now you're all of a sudden thinking, "Shit, this is what I need.
Yeah.
This is my standard. That's what the standard is now.
Yeah.
The standard is set by social media. So obviously, other people might have other standards and whatnot, etc. But in the back of your mind, that's the standard that they're looking for. And if they don't find that, it's like, oh, it's a car crash.
I feel like no one knows. I feel like a lot of people make their standard up of what they see and not about who they are.
Facts.
I can't make my standard of what I'm seeing on a day-to-day or what I'm watching on a day-to-day and not forget about who I am as a person. And what I am and who I am as a person, what I stand for, is more important than what I'm watching on a day-to-day because it's me. The person I'm watching ain't me. So I'm looking at this person, or you're watching this person, and then you're building that standard up of what you're watching or what you're reading or what you're seeing. But then you're forgetting the most important part of what you're building that standard for is for you. Does this person work for your dynamic? Does this person understand your character? Is this person good for the personality traits that you do have? And you're going with a random person that you build off whatever you're watching, and you go get this person, but it don't align with you deep down as a person. So it may be nice for a while, but because it's not who you are, everyone can put on a face for a while. But we all have, when you go to work, you have a mask on. Like everyone, you mask things for a while, but eventually
The truth comes
You
out.
can't put that mask on forever.
No.
After a while, you're going to be like, I can't be bothered.
Can't do it.
And then when that I can't be bothered comes in is when everything breaks apart. But you ain't really set it off on who you are deep down as a person to your root core. You've just based it off of what you're seeing on TV or what you're reading or on a lot of things. But that's why even now, if you look at it, divorce rates are through the roof. Relationship breakups are through the roof. Everything is just chaos. But people don't, I feel like people just don't care. Everyone's just on their own. And even like on a deeper level to myself, even in my age now, you look at it, you think later. Everyone, like, people are going in somewhere, they're going out, you're thinking, you think to your head, like,
No,
what
it's true,
the hell was going on?
I remember, this was a couple of years back. My mum, you know them ones there, do you want to get married, yeah?
I'll bring you someone,
So my mum brought a friend of hers daughter, innit? So I'll be honest with you, I wasn't on it at all.
Yeah.
But I thought, you know what? Let me try it because you never know, innit?
Wallahi,
I'm not gonna close the
wallahi, you
door.
never know.
However, I kind of already, I was coming in there with a negative outlook on it, if I'm honest. But I thought, you know what? We'll go there anyway and see. So we arranged it. Met up with a very good girl. Got no bad thing to say about her, but I just wasn't attracted, right?
Yeah.
So after it, I told my mum, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really I don't think, that's not for me, kind of thing, innit? And then my mum just bugged out. So she goes, yeah, because obviously she was just I think she was just, she was just
Fed up.
Yeah, fed up or frustrated or whatever, but she bugged out. She's like, listen, and I remember I'll never forget this. She's like, listen, yeah. She goes, don't think love is like when you see on TV. She actually said it, like when you see on TV. Yeah. She's like, it doesn't work like that, yeah. She goes, no, but here it is. She goes, do you think I loved your dad when I married him? And my dad's sitting there. My dad's sitting there, yeah. And he looks at me like, you know, the corner of his eye, yeah. And he gave me that look I can't lie,
Guess like
right,
that.
innit? So, bro, he's in the room, he's getting banded up. It's not even, he took a stray bullet for no reason, yeah. Poor guy. My mum's angry at me. My dad caught a stray, yeah. So he's just sitting there. He looks at me like, look who he started now.
I can
innit?
imagine him just sitting there thinking, Izzy, man, you
yeah, legitly, yes. He just looks at me like, what you doing, man? So anyway, so she goes, you think? She goes, but she was like, this is what you do. You have to check the person's character. You check what the family they're from. Are they a good family? Is he going to be a good husband, do his duties? Then you love him. Like, as in, then you'll grow to love that person or you'll grow to love her. And she was telling me, give her a chance. You've met her once.
Yeah.
Cool. You're not attracted now, but who's to say you're not going to be attracted once you get to know and fall for the character? And I fully do believe that is true. I think just growing up in the Western world,
That's messed us up.
it's just
We've been conditioned.
because I think back home. Sorry to cut you. I think back home, I don't know now, but definitely in our parents' generation, getting married
was normal.
No, it was like it was almost like a contract. Like there was no feelings involved. It was literally, you know what? She's a good woman. He's a good man.
family. Yeah.
They're both from good families. You two will be good together.
Facts.
And they don't disagree with it. They're like, you know what? Cool. And they run with it. And more chance, like more time than not, most
works.
of the marriages last.
But a lot of people
That's
are
how we're
still
here.
in long marriages. Yeah, but I look at
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Most
how
of them
we're
are still
here.
here together.
They've been married how many years? You know, off the top of your head.
Oh, Allah, 30 plus, easy. Yeah, maybe even more, longer than that.
But there's other marriages but like, not to say I'm like you, I'm conditioned here, but like there's many people that get married like that and they're 40 years, 50 years, 60
it might
years.
be,
Like,
yeah.
long
Probably not longer than
marriages,
30
bro.
plus. What am I talking about? Way
Long marriages.
Probably 40 something.
Because they've gone into it like with the clear intention of just pursuing it, but also like they just said Bismillah and they went for it.
and that's what it was. It was like, you know what?
Tying your camel.
Exactly
But
that.
then
and
you could also argue, because I've also said, like, back then, in our parents' generation, a woman not depended on getting married, but she needed to get married, like, because they wasn't really educated like that. They wasn't really working like that. So in order for them to flourish in the society, they needed a good man by their side who's going to provide the financial things. And then they did their duties. So it was like which is why I use the word contract. Like you both had to bring something to the table.
But also there weren't that many distractions as well.
No, of course. But I'm saying, whereas now, a man feels like he don't really need a woman other than for the physical aspect. A woman feels like, well, I don't need a man other than the physical aspect. And then when we've both got that mentality, you end up just being very picky because you think, again, you see things on social media and say, well, unless I find that, I'm not getting married. That's the problem. Unless I find that my wife and kids scenario, I don't need it. I'm happy alone. I'm making my own money. Yeah, what's his name?
Michael Carl, no?
Yeah, that's it. Michael Carl, yeah. And his son had a big head, didn't it?
I love that. I fucking love Junior, bro.
Junior, yeah, Junior, you know.
I never used to watch it. Don't look at me like that.
You never watched it?
Nah, I never used to watch it.
What was your show then?
I'll probably watch like a few episodes here and there, but I never really
Bro, if it comes on now, I'll watch it.
You never used to watch My Wife and Kids, bro.
Nah.
That's like, it's like that and Fresh Prince. They're both like...
We had 5 channels, that's it.
Bro, what do you think? This was on cable?
Huh? Was it not on cable?
Nah, bro, it used to come on...
Nah, My Wife and Kids used to come on cable.
It was
on Trouble
cable,
TV.
Didn't it use...
I'm pretty sure.
When we were growing up, it was on Trouble TV.
You're right, actually.
pretty sure,
You're right.
yeah.
There was on
Otherwise, I
Trouble.
would've
Yeah,
watched
Trouble
it.
was a
We
mad
were
channel.
fine.
Trouble.
What's that basketball show on Trouble?
Hang Time.
Hang Time. My guy, Hang Time.
Sorry, you don't know what's happening right now,
Hang
bro.
Time.
You don't know, man.
Hang Time's cold.
I don't know Hang Time.
Hang Time,
He was chasing hyenas in the village
Yeah,
somewhere,
yeah, for real.
Funny, let's laugh with him.
Oh, you're killing me.
Those jokes are so dead. That was like 2 years ago when we started, bro.
Can't even drink my water.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I still love it, Ola.
Let me ask you a lot of questions. Do you lot believe in the concept of the one?
What's that?
So you know how like everyone says, you know how like obviously
Soulmate.
But
Not even
where
soulmate.
did this come from?
It comes from, I don't know, films, whatever, innit?
That's
You
what
know
I'm
how
saying.
like that concept of, yeah, she's my one or he's my one, or do you know that concept? Do you believe in that? Do you believe that there's someone that's
I
out there
definitely
just
think
for you?
Someone is written for you.
I
course.
don't
From the
definitely
leader
see it.
aspect, of
According
course.
to the
But
Quran
what
and the
they-
Sunnah, like we're
yeah.
created in pairs.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
that sense,
I'm
I
not
believe
talking
in that.
about like from an Islamic point of view.
Soulmate
Of
and
course.
yada
I'm
yada.
just
that
talking
type of
from
stuff.
what movies and all of that kind
No,
of.
but I think I don't know, man. It's like yes and no, if I'm honest. But I'm getting my yes from the dean because I know we were definitely created in pairs, and
Yeah, of course.
I feel like when you meet someone, sometimes it's just effortless and it clicks and
Yeah.
everything aligns, and that makes you think because of what you've been conditioned to via films and social media. That makes you think, oh, maybe she is my soulmate, and maybe no, but
No,
have you
it's
not?
true.
Have
No,
you
well,
not ever had that thought? I have. I can't lie.
Yeah.
So then you start to think, okay, maybe
I
that
laugh
is
because I have.
yeah, maybe that's the person that I'm destined to be with, or whatever. That's the word they use, destined, isn't it? Like destiny.
Yeah.
So it's like yes and no. I can't lie. Yes and no.
Sometimes, yeah, the thing is, it could be a bit of a negative thing because if you don't find those certain aspects or traits in the person that you feel like you're not looking for, you're now kind of thinking, yeah, they're not the one for me. Not knowing that sometimes you might not find things straight away. Sometimes, you know, like in relationships, in marriages and whatever it might be, there's always a bit of a compromise. So you've got to kind of not weigh things out, but you've got to kind of bide your time a little bit, see how the person is. I'm not saying obviously for years or whatever, but you kind of get a gist of things when you're getting to know somebody.
But
some people are quick. It does take time, of course. Everything takes time, bro. You want to learn a new skill. You're not going to learn it overnight.
Yeah, so don't say whatever. If it's, you have to put in the work.
Of course, you have to put in the work. But sometimes I feel like that the idea of the one has kind of causes pressure on relationships, marriages, whatever it might be.
But even for a lot of people, what is the one for you? Some people won't be able to break it down because what you're really looking for, and also some of the things you're looking for.
It was the one is I'll only know when I found it, him or her.
Yeah. No, we laugh though, but I do feel like that is the only time you would know, to be honest.
No, but what like I know where you're coming from, but I'm saying, but what are people looking for in a partner? But if
but let's say that relationship or marriage fails now, and they break up or they get divorced. Oh, he wasn't the one, or she wasn't the one.
Yeah.
But you were screaming that they were the one.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying to you?
And then you meet someone else and you say that's the one now.
That's why I think the one don't really exist like that.
Yeah,
personally.
but then I don't know.
Do you get what I'm saying to you?
I just don't know what I think. What people are really looking for are somewhat maybe borderline unrealistic in their search for a partner. In their search for, I feel like yes, you should have standards for you, respectfully, because it's you that's going into this relationship, and you have to have certain standards, and that person needs to uphold the standard that you're coming from. But the standard also have to be realistic to an extent, and maybe some things you may not consider that serious. You can let go. You can't hold, like I can't say, my wife has to be 10-10.
Yeah.
And hold on to that and say, if she's not a 10, what's a 10? That's where I'm coming from. Like, what we really holding on to? The things you need to hold on to, or like if I say my wife has to be a banging, like unbelievable chef in the kitchen. What you hold on to certain key values, yes, but don't make it realistic. What you're holding on to.
I love the idea of 10 being a 10 and all of that. Like,
but you hear that a lot.
You hear it a lot.
It's the norm.
Because
I know it's not just to say women are only looks and good in the kitchen. I'm just examples.
I might be a 10 to somebody or an 8 or whatever it might be, and then the next person I'm a 4. Like,
but that's the thing, innit? It's subjective.
I feel like people look for a trophy.
Everyone wants a 10.
However,
but they want a trophy partner.
Yeah,
a lot of people want a trophy partner where other people can look at. Say if I'm with my partner and then Izzy will be like, yeah. Or both of you be
it's
like,
like you get ratings based
or
on
vice versa. Like, if a woman's with her partner, her friends will be
do
like,
you think
he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Do you think that that is something that a lot of people kind of think about nowadays?
90,
I
80.
think so,
I think it's a higher percentage of people that think about it that don't.
I think it's also like
It's a factor.
Earlier you were saying
It's a big
when
factor.
they're picking their partner.
But I've always said that person, whoever I'm going to be with, has to be attractive to me.
Does that matter to
I don't
you?
care what they looks to you.
So you don't care what
I don't
me
care
and-
what you and Izzy think about. Bro, at the end of the day, I'm the one waking up with her in the morning.
Good man.
You're not waking up with her. You're not going to see her in the morning. I am. But even then, I have to look at my partner and be attractive to my partner. So even when the notion of people saying, looks don't matter.
no, they do matter,
Looks do.
but they have to matter to me. Like
But
you
it
said,
has to matter to me
like,
specifically.
As long as
Can I look
I'm
at
happy
that
with,
person? Can I look at you and be like, oh, yeah, she's sweet. I don't care what you two think. Because it's me, bro. Like, but a lot of people would go into something hoping that not only do they think they're sweet, their friends also think the partner or the person they're with is good looking and sweet one. Or
but just to
for
clarify,
what women say, the guy is good
but
looking
just
or
to
handsome
clarify,
or whatever.
obviously looks are semi-important, of course, but
No, it's very important. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it.
It's important.
Important to you.
No, of course
That's
it's important.
that's what I'm
it should be
bringing
important
it
to you,
not to others.
No,
to you.
110%. It should always be like that, and of course it has to be important to you and not others. But of course, looks fade. you have to also bear that in mind. People go through changes. You can go
Facts.
through changes.
No, facts.
So it
But
should
then-
not be the only thing that. Of course, what's important.
I
is that-
disagree
that-
with you.
No, hold on. Let me land.
disagree
innit?
with
Let
you.
me land. Hold
Go
on.
on,
You can
land.
disagree. Of
I know where
course.
you're going, but I disagree with you.
No, you have to bear in mind, of course, with the looks, that should be your kind of initial attraction
Yeah.
ultimately. And like you said, when you're looking at this person, you need
Facts.
to feel that. But this person can also go through a change. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say to you is, if I'm attracted to that person first,
Yeah.
that's the initial phase.
Okay.
After that, you get to know the person. The attraction becomes even bigger because of the person that
Because
you've
of the
grown to
person.
know.
Okay,
and
cool.
and the personality then traits do
That's
matter.
good.
But what opens the door, I have
Is
to
to
look
look-
at you.
No,
If I can't look at you,
I fully agree
I'll
with
keep
you.
that door
I'm
closed.
fully-
And that's for both
I agree
for
with
men
you.
and women, like
But
depending if the woman
I
wants
agree
it.
with you. But
I
what I'm
have to look
saying
at
is,
you.
it's a dangerous aspect when you just base everything
It's-
off
no,
the,
I'm not
off the
shallow.
looks, because when that person changes, for example, if that person now today,
God forbid
gives
something
you,
happens
gives you a
and-
child,
yeah.
no, even just gives you a child, she gets pregnant or whatever, her body will go through changes.
Yeah.
So now what? You're gonna
No,
she's
hell
not the
no,
same
hell
person.
no. I'm not shallow.
No, but I'm saying that
Yeah.
happens though.
I'm
innit?
not, yeah, in fact, I know,
That
but there's a lot of
happens.
people like
But
that.
then you could also argue on the flip side that someone who will get married to someone who has zero attraction towards them would then end up more than likely, not guaranteed, but there's a high chance
step
they could
out.
step out.
Yeah.
Because in their heart and head, listen, I'm married, but I don't have zero attraction to her. And as a man, or even as a woman, you have physical needs, and it's not right. Of course, we know that, but it happens.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why it
Bottom
has to
barrel
be. I think it has to be. You have to consider looks as one of your
I think-
boxes ticked in you know.
But I think
quote,
it's
unquote.
and just to sort of circle back before you think I'm shallow, I'm not.
No,
shallow
I'm not
person, yeah.
saying. I'm not saying
But-
this is you.
But also, you got to
Looks
remember,
matter.
her getting pregnant doesn't take away from her beauty as well.
Of course.
Because I don't think. I
No,
don't
but I'm
think
saying
someone who
there are individuals
talking about
out
the
there that are
physique.
quite.
Yeah, you're talking about physically she'll get bigger
Yeah,
because
of
of the
course.
baby, but even with that, I'm saying that doesn't mean that she's now less attractive in your eyes.
Facts.
I know that, but I'm saying not to me personally.
No, I'm not saying you, I'm
to
saying
me
in general,
personally,
though.
But I'm saying that does happen in society.
Yeah.
Where partners will look at their missus or whatever and they'll be
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Bro, it can happen the other way around.
That is
you know when they
natural.
say, "Oh, you got a
That's
dad bod."
natural.
Once you get married,
your mum went
eating
through
well.
those changes.
Next thing you know, you got
your
a
mum
belly.
went through those
da-da-da.
changes when she was giving birth to you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? When she was pregnant with you.
Yeah.
So we just gotta accept that that's a normal thing, and there's some hikam and beauty in that. Do you get
Yeah,
what I'm saying to you?
facts.
When of course a woman is
But
pregnant
also
and going
that-
through those changes.
Through that person then
It's a beautiful
becomes even
experience.
more beautiful, and you have so much more love for that person
100%.
because of what she's had now gone through in delivering that baby.
Of
But I
course.
think, like Izzy was saying, and just to sort of circle back, I think I hate when people say, looks isn't everything, it's all about the personality. Looks matter to you.
Of course.
To you as the individual, as long as you can now look at that person and be like, you know what, I think that person's a good looking person. You shouldn't care what
Yeah,
A,
yeah.
B, and C think of your person, because at the end of the day, you're the one dealing with it. Once that first door opens, then you're building the foundations and you're getting to know one another. Personality is what carries the relationship. It's not the
Yeah.
looks.
I've always said
the looks open the door.
Looks is what will get my attention.
Yeah.
But the personality
It's
will
what
keep
carries
it.
it. Yeah, it's her character, her personality.
yeah, that will
what
keep
she
the
likes
attention.
in
What she
certain
stands
aspects.
for,
Yeah,
all of
facts.
that.
And again, when you actually like start to like the person, their looks becomes they go
tenfold, bro.
from
It
a 6,
beautifies
7,
even
8
more.
to a
Tenfold.
10,
Yeah,
11,
yeah.
You're
12.
looking at that person
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah,
"Later, wow."
you think,
Yeah.
I'm lucky right now.
You get all
Yeah.
giddy and
I'm
shit.
punching,
yeah, no, it's true, it's
Well, like you
true.
get giddy because you've now fallen for the personality.
But I know what you're saying.
You've
There are
fallen
people
on
that
two
have gone
folds.
into weddings based on marriages.
Facts.
Sorry,
No,
based
there
on
is a lot,
solely I'm attracted to her, and there's no other
Yeah.
vibe, or I don't even know her type of person she is, like the
Because
type of
it's a
character
trophy, you
she or
bought a
he is,
trophy. Yeah.
and that is wrong as well. That's
And it's
very wrong
sad.
because
It don't last.
yeah, it's not gonna last.
The
That's
trophy
reality
partner
is.
it will never ever last because
It's not sustainable.
it's there to just
It's not
look
sustainable.
But again,
whether
going-
it's male or female.
do you
but
think people
where's
do
the
that?
substance?
Sorry, going back to the whole social media thing. Do you think people's like, for example, earlier you were saying something about like a woman might be with a man solely on what he earns. So let's say in her head she might be thinking, you know what? Every man's the same. They're all going to treat you bad. Let's just say some women think like
Yeah,
that.
but
I might as well be with a guy who's looking after me financially and earning 300 bags a year. Because
there are a lot that do that because they've been hurt in the
that's
past.
what I'm saying. So they're thinking, listen, if all the men are the same, I might as well get me one who's going to supply lifestyle. then if that's what they're worried about, the whole social media thing and doing up couple goals and all that.
Yeah.
And men, on the other hand, think, well, listen, every woman, they're all the same. I might as well get me one who's mad attractive. So when I'm walking down the road with her, man, in their head, they're thinking I'm getting rated. It works both ways.
Yeah, it's mad though.
And again, that all stems from social media in terms of I wanna look the part rather than actually live my truth.
Yeah.
I'm like to each their own. I think in this day and age, I feel like, sometimes life, I've become very good at just minding my business.
You just gotta mind
Just
your business.
mind your business. We've said this many times.
But like sometimes I see certain things, I'll be like, okay, if that's what works for you, it works for you. I feel like too many people will now look at that and be like, I need that, but not building what they need for themselves first. And if someone wants that, the trophy partner or a man that's earning 350k or 500k, then that's on you. You have to deal with whatever comes with it.
Yeah.
You know what you're at the end
true,
the bed you're lying in, and if you want that and you're saying, you know what, fuck it, as long as my man is providing for me, I don't really care about what's happening. Or as long as my partner looks good, I don't care what's happening. How long can you really live that life for?
Yeah.
There'll be a cut off. There'll be a switch in you, maybe 5, but it could be 5 years too late.
Yeah.
And then are you gonna now go back? Sometimes it's challenge. The thought of going back is daunting. Some people be like, but I'm already like years deep now.
Listen,
I don't
years
wanna
deep.
go back.
The kids might be involved now. Like on
it's
both
a whole
ends.
different
You're
dynamic.
thinking,
It's a different
It's
dynamic.
mad.
It's a whole different ball game now.
It's mad.
Then you're thinking, and then a lot of them, you stay with each other out of comfort
Yeah,
and the fear of I'd rather not be alone, so I'm just gonna ride it now,
and that's
even though I'm
sad.
not happy deep down. Yeah, it's sad. Very
There's
sad.
a lot of marriages like
But
that
then
now.
that's
though.
what I'm saying. You gotta pick with the right intentions from the start, and hopefully you can avoid a lot of these
I think a lot of
problems.
people
Are they
just,
Western problems? Would you say? Do you reckon it happens back home
it
with our
start-
generation
I think
now?
it started here. I think it's slowly infiltrating.
So do you reckon
think it's a
people our
worldwide
age
thing, man.
back home
Huh?
are thinking like us?
I think it's a worldwide.
No, I
thing.
don't think it's worldwide yet. Well, I don't think it's worldwide yet. There's people back home
I
that are not,
think it's a Western
that are not
thing.
about that. But nowadays,
There are, man.
but
No,
nowadays,
I think it's a Western thing.
everyone's got social media in.
But everyone's got
certain-
social media everywhere.
I hear
bro.
that, but I think does culture still hold such a it's got such a stronghold on the
Yeah.
community? Does it still stamp it
that's,
out?
That argument, okay, that's invalid because I can now turn around and be like, well, there's people here that aren't kind of plugged into that social media.
Nah, but the
get
culture
what I'm saying
back
to
home
you?
is whatever respective country you come from, the culture has it in a chokehold, bro. Our
Yeah.
culture is not
But
in a
also,
chokehold here.
Your argument, you know why? I hear what you're saying, but they're making a conscious decision to not be on social media, so they're not getting brainwashed, if you will, from it. But let's just say the average person who is, and take the average person our age back home, who's also got social media. Do you still think we're the same? I still think they're more traditional
I think they're traditional.
because of just their
Maybe
surroundings.
maybe a little bit more traditional.
I
Nah,
think a
more.
lot more. I
Way
think a
more.
lot more. I'm not saying it's
Westside,
perfect.
you open that door and you're in your respected country that you're from. You're there. You can't really.
Not to mention
we're outside
TV
and
is
we're
probably
we're around
filtered
everything.
back home, innit? They don't show certain films and certain things.
Unless you got
You got
cable
access
or
to
something,
everything,
cable.
bro.
Yeah, well, maybe
No,
they
but
have
not
access
like
to
People
it.
have
For
access
example,
to
if you
there's
turn on NBC
VPNs, bro.
Action, bro, they're cutting
Nah,
out
but there's
kissing scenes and-
VPNs. That
NBC
Action.
Come on, you know about NBC Action? You might know about that
The
one.
old ones know that one. Like,
Come on,
NBC Action.
they're cutting out kissing scenes, bro.
Nah,
I remember what
but-
film was it?
but you have to bear in
what's that film? Wolf of Wall Street. You know, it's like 3 hours.
yeah.
Bro, it was like an hour and a half, bro. I watched it in Saudi, bro. It was like an hour and a half. They cut out
They cut out
everything, bro.
everything, yeah, of
I watched it in Saudi.
there was
It
a
was
lot
an
of
hour and a
madness out
half.
there.
But you have to bear
3
in
hour
mind.
film.
You have to bear in mind that time. What you're talking about watching that nowadays, people can watch everything on VPN, bro.
Again,
But
but
they
The
can.
younger
No,
generation
of
know
course,
how to watch.
I think
something.
I'm with
100%.
Izzy on this. I think when you're back home, you're like I said to you, you're back home. You're severely surrounded by your culture and the dynamics
Yeah.
of the culture that work and certain things in the area that will run and that cannot run. Here in England and America, there's no rules.
Free
bro.
for all.
It's a free for all. Even when you look at it, the whatever country you're from, like whether it be Morocco or Somalia, do you think the kids have culture now? Bro, there's zero culture. Zero. It
As
may
in the
be-
ones born here?
living here and born here.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
It's
yeah.
hanging by a thread, bro.
It's hanging by a
Wallah,
thread,
it's
yeah.
literally hanging by. We have become westernized because we've been here for so long. We're slowly
so
becoming.
your kids are going to be westernized.
Huh?
It's
So
gonna be
your kids
worse.
are gonna be
It's
westernized.
Because at least us, we were
I'm borderline
first
westernized,
generation,
bro.
we were first generation
What am I gonna tell
children
them?
of immigrants.
Shall I ever have some?
Right?
What am I going to tell him?
No, but it's true though, because we were first generation children of immigrants.
Yeah.
So they taught us what they knew.
Yeah.
What they knew was just culture and tradition and values.
Yeah.
We've now had both sides of the coin. And look, is your okay, maybe because you went back home. I was gonna say, is your Somali the actual language?
Yeah,
is it
I'm
as good
different.
as your parents?
I'm different like 2 Chains, but yeah.
Is yours then sharp?
That's so fucking.
know,
so-
that's
No,
so
because
bad.
you went back home for a while, so it might
My
be different.
Somali is better than him.
Okay, no, you
What,
should
it's
be.
not
innit?
a me
That-
and you
but
competition,
yeah,
bro.
Is yours?
Is yours pointing at both of us,
Look
bro?
at these. This is what I got to deal with this.
asshole.
Is your Somali?
It's okay. It's improved over the years.
But is it as good as
Wallah, it's
your?
okay.
Is it as good as your
Come
mum's?
on, I beg you,
No,
give us
no
two
way.
Somalis.
His
Which
isn't
means
good as
now-
his mum's
give us-
either. Don't let him lie
Which
to you.
means now,
Give us
when you have
2-2.
kids, inshallah, even if the mum's Somali, their mum,
Can't speak Somali.
is it going to be still as good as yours? Maybe not. There's a
No.
lot of them get diluted.
No, yeah.
And then eventually, which is dangerous, because then you could wipe out the whole culture in terms
Culture
of
is-
what. Yeah, your
culture
your
is slowly
bloodline will
dying
still
here.
be there, but the culture might not be, which is scary.
And it may be in certain houses, and also when you look at it, as the parents get younger and younger, that culture is slowly it's going, bro.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
of
not
course,
really much
certain things,
culture.
yeah, are added into it.
So even the everyday household, there may be like maybe the parents are upholding it, but among siblings, they're not.
Yeah.
Everyone talks English to each other.
Yeah,
at
that's
home.
true. That's very true.
Ain't
A
nobody
lot of
talking-
parents talk to their children English. I talk to my children in English.
Yeah, you okay? Yes.
Yeah, but you're
Could your kids speak Somali?
No.
Yeah, see,
So
the
Minimal.
culture is that
Minimal.
You're,
There's certain
and
words.
both parents are
arguing with
Somali,
us,
right? Words.
but you're living. You've got kids that don't speak Somali, but you're arguing with
And
us,
both
bro.
parents
I'm
are
not
Somali.
arguing with you. I'm asking you. This
This guy's an asshole, bro.
this guy's stupid.
No, you was defending
No, but-
that.
but-
You
no,
was
but you
defending
know,
it.
I wasn't
Me and
defending
Izzy-
it.
Me and Izzy
I'm
was on that
asking
fence,
you,
and you was on
would
the
you
other
do the
fence.
same? I'm just, obviously, I
Alright,
know
can
what
ask you
I'm
something
doing,
now,
innit?
personal. Why don't they speak Somali? Because they're at the age where they should at least know.
They should, yeah, but I guess they're not spoken to in Somali at home, innit?
But why?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying.
Can they speak
And imagine when
a few
they
words?
have
They know a
kids,
few words,
inshallah,
yeah.
one day, fast forward
They know
in the
words.
future.
Like, they know key words.
Yeah, but that's not good enough.
I know, but-
And this is not me having a
I
go at you. I'm
understand that.
saying because I've got cousins
Yeah.
of their age who, again, their Moroccan is zero.
And they speak English all the time.
Like, yeah, and their parents' Arabic is very good. It's not like our parents, but it's still good. It's at a level where
But the problem is when they go home to their parents, they're speaking in English.
that's the problem.
yeah.
And
I guess it's stuff like that can only kind of be changed when in a household they're being spoken to in Somali. Like when they go stay with, like, I don't know, their grandma or whatever, their grandma will speak some English words to them, but
majority
then
in
majority is Somali. So they
that's
can
what-
speak certain
but
bits,
is that
but then
because-
the majority of the time I can't have a conversation with them in Somali. So I'll just have it in English, just
yeah,
the
but then
convenience.
if you stay stuck to that,
Yeah.
then they're never gonna learn unless you send them to a Somali school or send them back home for a while, which I don't know.
I think
their
even
lives,
that
but-
it may not help.
Personally, I would
No, 'cause it's-
I would never
'cause they're
send my
young,
children back
But
home.
that's what I'm saying. Why though?
I wouldn't.
Because the culture's too different for them.
Nah, I personally.
solid up over
there, wallah.
No, it's true. You know when they
Wallah.
say back home, you lot are soft, bro. They're not wrong, bro. We are
Right.
softer than
Wallah.
than them.
No,
That's-
but I don't know why this
as
guy
much
is
as I
laughing.
used to hate admitting it when I was
No,
younger.
we're
I got
different.
older.
We're
imagine
built
Malika going
different.
out there. She said, "Nah, Daddy."
No, but what I would do on the flip side, what I would do is we'd have like regular visits over there. We'll take them.
That'd be good.
Yeah, do you get it? When they're a
Yeah.
little bit older, I'll take them Somalia.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
I
this
feel like
summer,
don't get it
next
twisted.
summer,
It's
whatever.
it's techie because obviously, just where you happen to be from, there's not regular flights. Maybe it's expensive. You can't. It's not like Morocco. We've been blessed where it's a 2.5 hour flight.
Yeah.
You get cheap flights more
Yeah.
time than not. So we was able, like, from when I was born to like 2006, I went every year. Didn't miss a summer.
Yeah.
And my dad, he was the only one income. It was a one income household, but he still had enough. He saved enough because in his head he was like, if I have to sacrifice saying no to certain things, at least I'm going to give them culture.
Yeah.
And because of that, all of us, like my brother, my sister as well, we could all speak the language. I can't read or write Arabic. But that was on me because they sent us Arabic school.
And you didn't want
Bro, I
it.
remember I came home. Yeah, I was in Grove. I came home the first day, bro. I started crying. I said, I don't want to go back. I hate it. It's a Saturday. None of my friends are going. My mum, she was soft. She felt bad. I'm not blaming her because obviously, but she felt bad and she's like, cool. And then
She
I
don't
never
want you
went.
to miss out with your friends.
Then
the
she used to
weekend.
try and do it with me at home. But you know how it is. Like, she's doing it at home. Then I got to put dinner for you. Like, you're not hungry. And then life
she'll
happens.
get a phone call.
She'll get a
and-
phone call. And then that's it. Fast forward.
I can't read and write in Somali.
Yeah, I
Can
know,
you?
but it's bad as well. It is bad.
The waffle.
Wallahi billah tal I can. What do you mean? I had to
No, but
learn.
he went to school there, bro.
I went
Imagine
there,
shit,
bro.
I forgot
Yeah,
what
bro.
I had a
Oh,
whole
man. Doing
class
GCSEs
that was
in Somali.
Somali language, bro.
Yeah, the
bad.
They used to
H.
get me to do
Come on, he knows, bro. My boy, come on, bro. He knows.
don't forget to see.
Izzy, you're the girl.
Nah, they used to make us like do poetry as well. You
Wallah.
know how like Somalis are big
Somali
on
poetry?
on
Oh,
poetry.
We're known. We're the nation of poets.
Wallah.
Wallah, you
Right.
know.
They're
I
known
don't
on
know, I don't
poetry.
know that.
Active
Yeah.
still.
So I had to, because the first couple of years when I was doing the end of year exams, and their system is different to here, innit?
Yeah.
They're like the system of America,
Yeah,
where
they follow that
if
curriculum.
you fail that year, you stay in that year group.
Oh, so your
You
age
don't-
goes up, but you're not going up. Yeah.
So I'd have like
Uncle.
an uncle next to me. Do you get it?
Man's cheating off
So
the
I clocked, alhamdulillah, I never failed, but I just clocked that every year I'll be scraping through in Arabic and Somali. And Arabic is nahwa, innit?
Oh, but everything else, you're flying.
Everything else is calm, innit? Because it's in English.
Oh,
so
yeah, of course.
It was understandable for me, innit?
Yeah.
So I was like, to get my grades up, I actually kind of need to put in the work.
But you see the Somali, you say you're scraping through, but where you were living there, and I'm assuming you're talking Somali
but
24/7.
It's not basic Somali. It's like English lit.
Grammatical
It's
and-
like English lit.
Yeah.
English lit is not.
Do you remember any poems in Somali?
Nah.
Give us one, man.
Wallahi,
Come on,
I
give us
can't. Wallahi,
one.
I don't
Give us
remember.
one.
Wallahi, I don't know.
Give us one, bro. Come on, man.
Hit us with a little one. Come
Hit
on.
us with one.
They want to see it.
Yeah, our next episode. tune in,
Say
innit?
that. Next
I'm
episode.
gonna hold you to that.
Yeah. Somali
You know,
poetry.
idiots.
Live.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, next episode.
Yeah.
That's so like.
Yeah, so they used to make me kind of. Well, I actually done it myself, memorize the poems and whatnot for the exams and stuff. But yeah, man, it was quite interesting. Wallahi.
Yeah, no, it's slowly. I feel like the culture aspect of it is slowly dying. Of
Yeah.
whatever culture, respect to culture you come from.
But it's up to us.
slowly
Look, I think everyone really knows that, and they can probably feel that, obviously the culture kind of lessens, whether you want to admit it or not. And that's just kind of a fact with generation to generation. If you don't just think about yourself and how you are, and think about 2 generations down, when your kids start having kids and their kids start, like, what's the culture going to be like?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I think the onus and the responsibility is on us. Our parents have passed it down.
Yeah.
It's now on us. Whether it might be the language, the morals, whatever it might be, just pass on something down to your children and make a conscious decision that you actually stick with it and actually do it, and don't put it on the back burner. Because when you put it on the back burner, they're not going to get anything. And then when they don't get anything in terms of culture, they're too grown.
It's on you, yeah.
And then it's only up to them to go and find it. If they're not interested in it, when they have kids, there's nothing to pass down.
that could be a
They're just-
completely separate topic.
Yeah, we've literally gone from social media,
Yeah.
but it's just flowed, isn't it? That's a good one,
It's a
yeah.
topic to sort of circle back to. I think just circling
Back to the original,
the original
back
one.
to the lecture at hand.
I think if you find what works for you as an individual, then you can make it a reality rather than making what you're watching the reality, and then holding up to false things that you're seeing on TV or false things that you're seeing on social media, whether it be false or not, because some people really live that life.
Yeah.
That just ain't your life.
Yeah.
So I think, as Kevin Hart used to say, just stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, absolutely.
Yeah,
Stay in your
financial
lane.
or
That's
stay in
some
your-
wise words
Yeah,
from Sharp,
don't
That's some
feel
wise
like
words.
what you
I don't like
see.
what you're doing right now.
No, wallahi, I'm actually genuinely being serious. I'm not even trying to take the
okay.
piss.
Well, I
Wallahi,
thought
that's
you were
actually
drawing me
quite very wise.
But I feel people should stay in. I think even like when you're when you're looking for a certain aspect, find the foundations that will hold that relationship together rather than holding on to things that are just that can disappear in an instance, bro. Like looks will fade, money comes and goes, status changes all the time. But find the foundation of what you think. I think one of the biggest foundations for me is respect. If there's no respect, then there's no foundation of that relationship in itself. And then other little things that will suit to your character or to your
of course,
personality
the
trait.
obvious one, Dean, as well.
Facts. Yeah. So let me. I'm Muslim first.
Of course.
Deen and respect. hold on to these little things firmly, and then other things will slowly piece itself together. But when you're going for money and looks, but then there's no foundation at the bottom, when you get to the top, you're gonna fall back and you're gonna fall down hard. And later on, you're saying, I hate men or I hate women. Well, nowadays, men and women hate each other, bro. Like society, it's a social media. It's a constant backlash between back and forth.
Yeah.
Men are saying this and the women are saying this, and you're just
Women
saying,
ain't
thinking,
shit. Men ain't shit.
Yeah.
Men,
all you're
it's
hearing.
mad, bro.
That's
so
all you're
it's-
hearing. Yeah.
We ain't shit.
Find
ain't
your
shit,
lane
women
and
ain't
stay in
shit.
it, and
That's
find
all
what
you hear.
works for you as a person, and stop watching other people's relationship dynamics. Worry about your own. I think too many people worry about what's happening over there
Yeah.
and not focusing on what's
I'm not
happening.
focusing close to
And
home.
yeah.
But you're saying,
It's
I
easy
think-
coming from a single man, but
No, of course, but it's still.
Single
you know,
man,
you know what I
reveal
mean. You know,
yourself.
a single man.
Single.
If you was to come out, to what song would you come down to?
Huh?
What song would you come down to?
We'll find out
Paddy,
on
what's
next
his name?
week's
What's
episode.
his name? Paddy.
Paddy.
Paddy what?
Paddy McGuinness.
McGuinness.
Paddy McGuinness is going to introduce you. You're coming down that little elevator thing.
And remember, you got to do a little dance as well, yeah? That changes everything.
Westside, what song?
Westside, what are you choosing?
To be fair, you asked the question, so you still
Dad, see, look at you. Don't deflect. It could be any, just a top,
I
off
don't
the top of
know.
your head. What song?
Well, I don't know.
Izzy, what song you picking?
Well, I'm thinking.
I really don't know. I've never thought about that, bro.
That's a good question, isn't it? Because you put it in my head now while I thought about it.
I don't know.
Some people come down to some mad music, or like
Yeah.
you're sitting there thinking later, what are you coming down to?
You know what? We'll park that and then
Mysterious Girl, Peter Andre. I'd run that. Topless as well. Doing the vocal.
So Shirley, why have you kept
Hey.
your light on?
Listen, I'd have 3 lights on by mistake.
Nah, don't say you're so short. You'd have 20 lights, bro. You're my,
My
guy.
guy.
Hey. How
you
many
saying?
lights do you reckon?
I think I'd have about 4.
Yeah, I think
Team.
I'd have about 5.
Yeah, you have one more than me.
we'll
Izzy's
do
definitely having.
No, it was by
you
mistake,
mad,
so
here
it's
we go.
4.
Waffles. Waffle House.
She was like, "Oh, I forgot to turn it off, Paddy."
Hey,
It's
why
alright,
is your
we'll
light
turn it
still
off
on?
for you.
Is it? Why is your light still on? Is it? Turn it off.
No,
What are you saying? Yeah, I think we'll leave it there though, innit?
But if you have any opinions or whatnot, please engage or bad us up in the comment section. But be nice.
Let us have it.
This is our own
No, be
personal
real, be
thoughts, you
real.
know,
Don't be
real,
nice,
be
be real.
honest. And let us know what you think. And I think Westside can lead us out.
Yeah, was I leading us out or was it Izzy?
It's you, bro.
Was
I
it
done
me?
it last episode. It was a car
yeah?
crash.
Oh,
To be
yeah.
fair, I ain't got the
I thought you
experience.
done well, to be fair.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you are.
Obviously, guys, just to also mention that obviously these are some of our views. They're not right. They're not wrong. But obviously, if you agree or disagree, just let us know in the comments. If you think there's things that we could have obviously discussed a little bit more, or anything you guys do want us to kind of discuss, just get in contact with us, DM us, put it in the comments. But otherwise, it's been a good episode. I think good conversation.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you
as
very
always.
much for tuning in. Make sure you also subscribe and like it as well. Peace.
Love.